Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Prophet back with another video, and today we're going to be jumping into the crypto market, talking about the top 5 coins that are on sale today and which ones you should be jumping into. So unfortunately, I did have to do a video on, the crypto market crash, so I wasn't able to really make this video on the exact lowest point, as it was just there. If we take a look at the last hour, we could see Bitcoin dropped all the way from 52K all the way down to about 42K, even actually supposedly broke 42K into the 41K mark. So liquidations obviously took place across the market, and we saw across the board just a massive drop. And I'm not going to be able to make a video in this 2-minute span of the dip being 11:09 a.m. and 11:10 a.m. unfortunately. So one thing to note, guys, before I jump into too much more of the video, I want to give you guys this kind of tip. If you guys are having struggles logging into some exchanges during these market dips, make sure to place just crazy buy orders. So if you have a limit order set up for maybe 44K Bitcoin, or maybe Cardano at $2.40 or Chainlink at $24, you would have been able to buy some of this without actually being able to log into the system. So that's one thing to really kind of beat out a lot of people when they have struggles trying to log back in to these, exchanges altogether. If you just set some crazy low prices, you're going to be able to really actually buy in during this dip, even while other people are locked out of those exchanges. So just kind of a quick tip there for you guys. But I do want to talk about, like I said, those top 5 coins, even though now we're kind of being a little bit more stable, however, still a nice sale. And I kind of want to talk, like I said, about those 5 coins I believe are great purchases during this sale. Like I said, 52K yesterday, almost 53K yesterday, and now we're seeing 47, 46K. So think about how many sales are across the board for so many different altcoins. We're going to jump into the first one now. It's going to be Polkadot. So Polkadot's going to be the first one on the list, $28.50. Obviously, you guys have to realize volatility does remain very steadily. So $28.23. We're going to continue to see this price jump up and down very quickly. So you guys could probably even, time this and maybe buy even in the 27s, depending on when this video comes out to you guys. But realistically speaking, a lot of these coins are in very good price points to actually be buying. And that's what we see here with Polkadot. One of the best staking coins out there. You can get 10 to 12% APY, and there's great reasons as to why you'd want to invest in it. We see the market cap around 32.1 billion, the volume around 2.9 billion, and Polkadot has been one of those coins we've talked about on the channel quite a bit because of the long-term potential that it serves and utility that it continues to bring. If we go to the 3 reasons why Polkadot could be the next altcoin to hit a new all-time high, we're not going to jump too much into this, but this was back obviously before this market crash. We saw parachain auctions excite the community. We have entire ecosystem projects are competing for parachain slots, and obviously the 24-hour trading volume is continuing to be on the rise before this dip, that is, guys. So do realize how many people are still invested or wanting to be invested into Polkadot, institutional as well as retail investors, hopefully going to be taking advantage of this dip and buying into DOT. I think DOT's a great coin that has huge potential in the long-term future. That's why it's going to be one of my top 5s in this list. As we jump into the next one, is going to be Chainlink. You guys probably should have known Chainlink would be making the list today, as it's easily one of my favorite coins. I think there's just so much utility, so much use built around Chainlink. And kind of another reason, as I'm talking a little bit too fast because this is kind of an exciting time for us invested into crypto. If you guys are invested right now, I know for a fact you guys are also kind of excited about this dip. And maybe it's the wrong kind of excited. Maybe you're kind of worried. Maybe you're kind of nervous about this dip. But realistically, if you've been here before, these dips shouldn't really scare you. Understanding that there's not really FUD that has really come out. It's just a massive dip. And that's what, Crypto Banter, I believe, they have a live stream going on as I'm talking right now, and they're talking about that specifically right now. This is not a bad dip. We're still in a fairly solid, healthy market, and I want to really kind of talk more about that in another video. But, Chainlink looking very solid. Like I said, a 20% dip, so you're going to be able to find a great sale right here at $28, and it's one I've talked about a lot before. So buying Link at $15 feels like stealing. What are you guys accumulating? I've mentioned this tweet quite a bit. This was actually July 16th. So if you guys do follow me on Twitter, Crypto Prophet YT, you're going to be able to get these kinds of tweets where it tells you, what to be really kind of accumulating, what I'm accumulating, why I'm accumulating it, and what price I am accumulating it for. So if you guys want to stay up to date with all of this stuff, make sure to subscribe to me on YouTube, like the video, turn notifications on, and then also follow me on Twitter. As we move through it, though, we do see the Chainlink ecosystem continuing to grab new projects. So we're at 400 projects in 2021. That is more than half of the total projects Chainlink has in the ecosystem. So this is scaling at such a rapid pace. a lot of people are suggesting that Chainlink could actually make its way to even $2,000 by the end of this bull market. I'm not going to go out on a limb and say that, but realistically, I've talked about $200 to $400 being an easy price target for Chainlink. I think it's such an undervalued coin with so much utility provided around it. Definitely going to be a coin that I will be attempting to accumulate when these exchanges do come back up. Like I said, guys, that tip that I mentioned in the beginning, some reason I did not have market buys for those low prices. I didn't have limit orders for $24, $25 Chainlink like I just gave you guys the tip. I need to follow that myself and do some due diligence and make sure I have that going as well. But, there's a lot of opportunities here. Going into the next one, we have THETA. So THETA is one I mentioned, quite a bit in my top fives as well. There's one big reason as to why I think THETA is a great buy. And, right now we're seeing about a 20% dip. So another 20% discount, but below $7, THETA is always going to be one of those coins that's worth looking into at the very least. If we take a look at the last month, you can see that we had some healthy movement from about $6 or $7. We moved all the way up to about $9.75, almost going to break that $10 mark. We are well on our way and had a great possibility of breaking that resistance at $10 until we saw, like I said, this massive dip down to $5.97, and then from that $5.97, you can see that we've already made up $1 and continuing to recover like a lot of coins out there. One big thing to note with THETA, I'm not going to go too much into detail on THETA, but you do see the THETA Ecosystem 2022 announcing that T-Drop token. This will obviously continue to bring utility to this entire ecosystem. And another thing to really mention is the One Championship announces global partnership with THETA Network to launch the NFT marketplace. I will say, guys, before we jump into number 4 and number 5 of the top 5, I do want to say, if you haven't already, make sure to check out the Patreon link down in the description below. Patreon.com/CryptoProfitYT. I give you guys exclusive market updates. I give you guys pre-sale opportunities, IDOs, ICOs before anybody else gets to them, as well as low market cap picks that I will personally pick out and show you guys when I do believe in a coin that I think everybody should benefit from. I do that all, like I said, before even bringing it to YouTube or Twitter, which I always do eventually do. So like I said, following me on YouTube and Twitter, also a great option as well. Engine coin is going to be the next one. So this is one that actually dipped 20.67%. We see a $1.74 price point. Engine's kind of different because, we looked at the last month. We saw a massive increase from $1.47 all the way up to $2.32, and then back down to, like I said, this $1.74 right now with a massive decrease of about 20% in the last 24 hours. You can imagine what we were at when we dipped all the way down to $1.35. If you guys, like I said, had those limit orders set up, you were going to be able to buy Engine at $1. $1.35, $1.40. So you would have had great profit already. Engine going to be one of those coins that I love on this channel as well because there's multiple reasons. Well, first off, NFTs, gaming, blockchain gaming, it's all booming right now. So why would Engine not continue to be on this path up? And, one of the biggest things is next-gen NFTs for everyone. So products that make it easy for individuals, businesses, and brands to use non-fungible tokens of the future. They talk about some of their different games that are being or created or have been created. And they talk about, like I said, next-generation blockchain for NFTs, scalable, decentralized, cross-chain network designed to bring non-fungible tokens to everyone. So that's just another coin that I believe, like I said, is at a great price point at this $1.70 range. I think we could see it even continue to, come back down a little bit as well. So we're still at $1.74, 20% decrease. But realistically, like I said, a 20% decrease, a 21% decrease if we round up a little bit there. Just looking very, very solid for Engine holders. And I think, realistically, I say holders because of the push we had before this dip. We saw a nice push all the way up to $2.32. If we look at really the year altogether, we were at $2.50 as the market was pushing very, very steadily prior in March and a little bit in April. So it's great to see this really Engine coin get back to those price points, and I think we're going to stay steady there for a while. Number 5 should be an obvious one for a lot of people. It's going to be Cardano. So there's a really, really solid community surrounding Cardano, but there's also a ton of FUD surrounding Cardano. So this 17% decrease right now is going to be a great buy-in spot for a lot of you guys. I do want to give it a quick refresh, see where we're at now. So unfortunately, it did pump back up very, very quickly up to $2.44. Now only a 14% decrease. So it's up to you guys now. But realistically, at that price that it was at a second ago, I think it was like $2.30. But either way, $2.44 is still a great price, to be honest. It's just not, unfortunately, as great of a discount as we were just seeing. But a 14% discount, still very, very solid. I think, Cardano is already on its way down from FUD, coming from about 285, continuing on its way down, 270, 260, right around 260 before we saw the dip down to $2. So This is another coin that has great staking options. You can get up to about 5% APY at the very least. And, if we look into Cardano, there's huge dates coming, whether it's the, smart contracts that we have tweeted about before. So Cardano ADA announced for smart contracts to be released September 12th, 2021. Imagine where this brings us in 2022. Or it could be just about really the future. So the enterprises that they continue to really bring and solve problems for, whether it's education, retail, agriculture, government, finance, healthcare, it's all there. And then they also talk about their Cardano plans to really build national ID blockchain systems in Ethiopia. So they're doing things all over the place. And that's one thing that I really, really like about Cardano. And, you can't really ignore the dates that are coming. September 12th being smart contracts, and September, I think it's like 25th and the 26th for the Cardano Summit. Going to be huge, huge talks around the globe. And I think realistically, Cardano is going to make its way back to $3 yet again, and we're going to see all-time high pushes of Cardano before the end of the bull market at the very, very least. I will say that. So I'm very, very excited about these top 5 coins. If you guys haven't already, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications on as I try to keep you guys up to date with the market, obviously, and then also regarding top 5 altcoins, what you should be buying during these dips, and also, kind of when to sell, and I'd really just try to take you through it all. So thank you guys again for tuning in. If you haven't already, make sure to check out that Patreon link down below. Like I said, at the description of today's video, you should be able to check it out, as I am not running YouTube AdSense the entire month of September, and I would love the awesome support. So thank you guys again. I'll see you all in the next one.